Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside Indiana Overtime. Alex McCarthy, Seth Tao, here at the end of a very long day, very long basketball game. Indiana, Indiana beats Penn State 110-102, triple overtime. It's the only triple overtime game ever at Assembly Hall, or the only men's basketball game to ever go to triple overtime, at least. Second triple overtime game in Indiana men's basketball history. IU's undefeated in triple overtime, so the lesson learned here tonight is don't take Indiana basketball in triple overtime. You will lose. Tons of career highs, just because, four guys played more than 40 minutes.
Someone asked Rob Johnson about it after the game, if he was surprised that everyone was able to do it, and he's like, well, we had enough time to do it, so I'm not really surprised.
Exactly, and the thing was, those guys had played very good games anyway. Their numbers are just obviously very inflated. Thomas Bryant had 31 points, which is easily a career high, but I think he had like 19 in regulation, so he still had a really good 40-minute game. But then he really, in overtime especially, was exactly what Indiana needed to be able to pull out this win.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant Indiana's fans have been kind of pining for Thomas Bryant to return to his dominant in the paint. In regulation, we saw the Thomas Bryant that Indiana fans have been waiting for all year. In overtime, I don't think I've ever seen Thomas Bryant that dominant. He willed Indiana to win this game. Even though he fouled out in triple overtime, he willed Indiana to this win. He put the team on his back tonight. Just especially in overtime and double overtime, they kept going to Bryant over and over again, and he continually delivered.
Right, and obviously that's a source of frustration too, because like you said, where has that been all year? This was the Kentucky Thomas Bryant, the one that that kind of willed them, I guess, to that win as well. And you wonder what it took to get it out of him. But the last two games, he's been phenomenal. 54 points in the last two games. I think he's 20 for 31 from the floor in the last two games. He's had double-double in both games. So kind of starting to hit his stride. Indiana now is kind of forced to play through him now that OG Anunoby and James Blackman are both gone. And it's paying dividends. Rob Johnson played 50 minutes tonight, scored a career high 27 points. He and Josh Newkirk both scored 27 points. Rob Johnson is the third player in IU history, it looks like, to play 50 minutes in a game. So just like the game notes for this game are just silly. They're just outrageously large numbers.
No other team in the country has had three players with 27 or more.
Yeah, and there were four career highs tonight. Bryant, Johnson, Newkirk, and Devontae Green quietly set career high with 10 points. He also had 10 rebounds. Very kind of a quiet double-double for him. But it was just, for some reason, Indiana just has issues with Penn State. The last few years they have, coming into this game, the last 5 games between Indiana and Penn State have been decided by 5 points or less. Indiana blew a 14-point lead against them earlier this year. Indiana was up by as many as 13, I think, tonight. They led by 6 with a minute 44 left in second overtime and surrendered that lead. They're, neither team necessarily played that well, but Indiana was just able to kind of make the plays at the end that it needed to, and they were just stoked after the game, just like beside themselves after the game. Tom Crean was giddy, it seemed like. It's a decently big win for IU, because they came into this back-to-back losses by double digits. They were under 500 in the Big Ten, and now they're back to 500 in the Big Ten, where there's a very crowded middle section. So Indiana's kind of back in the mix, where they can work their way up to maybe a top 5, top 4 finish in Big Ten play if they close strong. Obviously that's not likely, but still.
We're at the point where it's really hard to swallow. Any loss at this point is really hard to swallow. And heading into a tougher stretch against some of the better teams in the Big Ten, Wisconsin and Purdue coming up, Indiana really especially could not afford to drop this game.
Yeah, absolutely. This was, it seems like we've said this the past few games, that it's kind of a must-win scenario for Indiana, but you got to win this game at home, especially against a Penn State team that's so-so. And they got that win. Wasn't pretty. Wasn't really probably not very encouraging to in terms of looking at Indiana's future, because like you said, they're going to be playing much better teams than Penn State. They're going to be playing teams that are going to make their free throws at the end of games, teams that are going to make Indiana pay for playing as poor defense as they did in long stretches tonight.
There are still plenty of positives to take from tonight. I mean, we've never seen Josh Newkirk score like this.
Yeah.
And he could all of a sudden be the missing scoring threat that Indiana has been looking for with Anunoby and Blackman out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because you kind of had that feeling all year with Newkirk. It's that like you're thinking like at some point these shots got to start to go down, and they did tonight. 27 points, and yeah, he made a few huge plays down the stretch. Made his free throws in big situations. Obviously made the buzzer beater.
Hit a huge three in triple overtime.
Yeah, that too. I mean, he made a number of plays down the stretch that again people have kind of been waiting for him to finally make. So we'll see if this is an outlier for some of those guys, or if this is a sign of things to come. But that's about. I mean, there's a ton to talk about with this game, but we're gonna end it here.
We'd be here all night.
We've already been here all night. So, we've been here for upwards of 8 hours in this building. So we're gonna leave. We will be back in a couple days, at least on inside Indiana overtime. Indiana plays Wisconsin, I think, at 1 on Sunday. A little pre-Super Bowl action. So we'll be here in Bloomington watching and providing full coverage. But until then, for Seth Tao, I'm Alex McCarthy. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good weekend.